In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock to keep on your watch list, especially after tomorrow's FOMC meeting. We're also going to be looking at the overall market to get you prepared as always. Y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ futures, and today we had a big pullback. We had a negative 1.3% pullback right here after yesterday's big gap up. I think that today's pullback was just to take care of the gap on the left in the futures. I told y'all over the weekend that I didn't like the fact that the futures gapped up, but the ETFs didn't even move. All right, and then Monday things sort of kind of lined up, but these gaps were still there on both the NASDAQ and the SPY. And today's sell-off kind of like took care of it on a daily. And right now what we're looking at, this is tomorrow's price action, and what we're looking at is just a small doji at the bottom. Best case scenario, it doesn't really move, like it's only up by 0.37%. Best case scenario, this thing actually doesn't move at all until like 1 p.m, which is when the FOMC meeting will happen. All right, and the expectations for the FOMC meeting are shown right. Let me move this thing. Okay, I can't go any higher. All right. The expectation, y'all see this percentage on the right, it says 4.25% and 4.25% again. This is what it was prior. These are the rates, and they're going to make a decision on the interest rates tomorrow, and depending on again how the market likes it, what setup occurs, that's how y'all should position yourself and make your move. Look out for intraday structures before 1 p.m. If the market makers are kind to everybody and kind to the traders and decide to show us something good, there could be an easy day trading opportunity in the middle of the day. All right, so just I'm leaning a little bit bullish. I am, because I do think the FOMC meeting is going to cause a change in the trend of the overall market. This is a beatdown from the highs all the way down to like 19,129, a 15% drop. This is a beatdown, so hopefully this meeting changes things. Also, let's look at the VIX. The VIX is still fading. We already dropped all the way down to 20, and the meeting can cause this thing to go down even lower. Like, this play is done. This pattern is done. All right, it did what it's supposed to do, and this is the portion where the market is supposed to rally, but right now it's just trading sideways. So I think the big move that's going to happen really soon is going to it's gonna be a way for the market to pretty much catch up to this right there on the VIX. All right, y'all see how big this is, all right, compared to QQQ, which is still in the box right here. And y'all see how I have my alerts. I did initially think that we were gonna get to 500, and again, the reaction, if we see positive reaction through that meeting, then we could still hit 500 this week for QQQ. Now let's talk about the stock for tomorrow that all of you should be keeping in your watch list. I'm actually gonna share two. One for the bulls and also one for the bears. The first stock to look for is Google. All right, now I want to share Google with y'all because again, this one has been demolished from the highs of 207 all the way down to 157 today. If we look at what happened today, it had a massive sell-off out the gates because of this bearish pennant that broke down in the morning. All right, usually with this structure, I would say I would just immediately think that this thing is dropping to 150, maybe even lower. All right, but because of its location and because of the fact that the market already sold off so aggressively throughout the last few weeks, I think that what happened with the Dow Jones, where where short sellers got trapped. I think it was right here. There you go. It had the same structure again. Again, this is what's a small representation of what's happening to Google right now, right? I'm just gonna use this specific day. So let's imagine this is Google. Google breaks down, Google closes. All right. This right here is what I believe is going to happen tomorrow with Google to trap shorts. Just like this one felt to drop all the way down to 400, I think this one is also gonna be a trap, a bear trap, right here, because it's gonna fail to drop to 150. Have an alert right here at 163 and patiently wait for it to ring. I do think it's gonna ring if we see that positive momentum from the meeting. If it rings, all of these bears, they're going to cover and we're gonna see a massive pushback up. All right, so Google is definitely something that I'm keeping in my watch list for a potential day trade in the morning. Now, well, not in the morning, in the middle of the day tomorrow. Now, next one that we're gonna look at, this one is for the bears, and that is Reddit, RDDT. All right, now with Reddit, the stock collapsed, but there's still a giant gap at the bottom. Like, it's been down for a while, from 231 all the way down to 106, down 54%. But this gap is worrisome. All right. And big money, I don't think big money is going to step in until that's taken care of. Just like how Tesla filled this gap, just like how Goldman Sachs filled this gap, just like how even the SPY and QQQ and the Dow Jones, just like how they filled their gaps. I think this is gonna get filled eventually. It's just the win part. The win is tricky. It could be tomorrow. It could be Thursday. It could be Friday. All right. The win is really, really tricky. But again, keep this one in your radar. The contracts are good. They're not super inflated at all. All right. It's just a matter of when exactly is going to break down. When exactly is it gonna start filling the gap, like right below 102, but a major drop to 82. All right. So this is definitely one to keep in your watch list. Now let's do an update on the stock from yesterday. Yesterday I told y'all, I shared with y'all Oracle. I was expecting a big push because of the structure that formed prior to Monday, right here. Unfortunately for the stock, and hopefully y'all realize that this thing definitely failed. Like, the way it opened out the gates was failure immediately. Right, because what we want to see, especially after I release these videos, we want to see the stock like open up around the same price or higher, right? But if it's low, the first candle, at least the first 5-minute candle, better be green, and it better look like that. Like just a big green candle out the gates, back above 153. Unfortunately for this stock, it showed a bunch of hammers and then kind of just faded below 152, which is not what you want to see, and that's not what you want to chase to the long side. All right, is it going to get up there? Is this one of these scenarios where we see the stock playing games where it pops out, it makes a very aggressive move down, down below the ideal stop loss of anybody who bought right here? All right, the ideal stop loss for these individuals is like right at 150, and we dipped even below it today, even though again right now after hours we're at 151. All right, but it could be one of these where we pop out, we do terrible price action, and then we still make it to 160. So it's not completely off the table. I'm keeping my eyes on it. I'm watching to see what it's going to give. Overall, it's been beaten down. Is there a gap on the left? Yes, there is. They got taken care of. All right, so yeah, it's still worth a watch, even though the price section is annoying and it's not the best right now. All right, that's my thoughts on it. The next one that we gotta look at, and a final one, is everybody's favorite, which is Tesla. And Tesla sold off aggressively today. Is it going to go lower? I honestly do not think so. I really don't think so. To be short right here is to be extremely greedy. Like, yeah, we had it drop once, All right, but looking at it right now in after hours, it's up $4. Tomorrow it could be up a lot more. I have an alert right at 232, and if it does open above, let's see here, what price would it open at to form in a morning star? That would be 238, which would be an aggressive jump. All right, if it does open up here, a green candle like this all the way up to 244 would be a nice setup for a reversal. That would be a morning star. All right, so I don't think it's gonna drop. Watch and see how it opens. If it opens up a lot higher, all of these shorts who are in here hoping for a move down, they're all going to cover if we gap up. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 8 p.m. Central Time, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Guma and Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stuff with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.